The next video I upload will focus on the best team for LR Metal Cooler, so stay tuned for that. But for this video, the only thing we care about is the best team for LR, AGL, Super Saiyan Goku, and Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, since this is a best team video, you're going to need Goku and Vegeta, but I have improved this video compared to last or previous best teams, because before I would just give one team, and then some people in the comments would complain or mention that they don't have very specific units, and I can understand that, right? It's tough to expect players to have every single new unit, so instead, or just very specific units. So instead, for this video, since I wanted to improve it for you guys, I'm going to show you various rotations, different rotations that you can use that comprise of different units. And that way, you can pick which rotation works best for you compared to the units that you have, and therefore you can still run this very, very valuable team. I'll also explain the strengths and weaknesses of each of these rotations. But before I hop into it, you know I need to catch a few people lacking with a really quick subscriber challenge so we could just move on seamlessly with this video. Just be honest, dude. If you pulled LR Metal Cooler or Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta in the first multi that you did, the very first multi, you deprived a lot of Dokkan addicted players out there of their LRs. And honestly, I'm not here for that. So if you pulled them off first multi, shout out to you, but you got caught lacking today, and you do have to subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. But if you didn't, then you can skip today's subscriber challenge. Thank you for not depriving the Dokkan addicted out there, and just know that I will catch you lacking in the next one. Regardless, road to 50K, baby. Let's hop into this. So, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta. Here are, actually, this is their 200% leader skill, by the way. This is why this unit is, the only reason why I summoned on this unit is because of the insanity of the LRs that they lead here, right? So you can already see a lot of the possible rotations you can run here. So first one, I want also, again, I will mention some of the floating units and supporting units that could, you know, make this team work even better. So keep that in mind. But anyways, let's hop into what I would say the best, one of the greatest first rotations you can run is going to be these two right here. If you don't have, you know, Carnival Goku, that's okay. Just, I'll mention some other rotations a little bit later. But for right now, Goku and this Goku and Vegeta are going to make a great rotation. 5 of these links are, dude, I'm telling you right now, when you have, these two are going to work very good is all you need to know. Goku is a designated slot 1 unit. Goku and Vegeta are basically more meant to be in that second slot because of the 50% to attack and defense they get on the 18 key. They need to get the 18 key first before they get that very substantial buff, and when you multiply that into their super attack ability of getting, you know, extra defense on both 12 and 18 key, they're going to be their best defensively after they super attack, whereas Goku is going to be having his technically unconditional guard. It feels unconditional. It's not necessarily unconditional, but it's, you know, that guard in slot 1 plus a stacking on 18 key. He is designated as a slot 1 unit. So these two, Goku in slot 1, Goku and Vegeta slot 2, this is going to be a very, very strong rotation for you to run. Let's just say, though, you don't have Carnival Goku, or you do, but you're looking for other rotations you can run. Another one is definitely Goku and Vegeta again. But this time you have the physical Easy 8 3-year LR Goku and Vegeta here. That's using to Gogeta. Now, one very, I would say, strong point of this rotation is that Goku and Vegeta here, the AGL one, cover the weakness of the 3-year Gogeta. What I mean by that is obviously physical Goku and Vegeta are weak to STR. Goku and Vegeta are strong against STR. So for whatever reason, if you're facing a very difficult or strong STR enemy, you can put Goku and Vegeta in that first slot. And I understand, like I just mentioned, Goku and Vegeta aren't the best slot 1 units, but keep in mind that Goku and Vegeta will not only have their damage reduction, depending on what, you know, turn you're currently in, but they will also have, what's it called, type advantage. So unless, like, the boss you're fighting is super, super OP, then you're basically dead regardless, right? But anyways, again, because you can have a unit here that covers another one's weakness, instead of just running this guy in slot 1, you can run Goku and Vegeta slot 1 and save yourself from all the damage you will potentially take from using the physical Goku and Vegeta here. So this is definitely another possible rotation. Again, 5 links, a nice prepare for battle key link here, which of course is very, very good. So keep that in mind. And of course, Golden Warrior there as well. Another possible rotation you can run is, again, Goku and Vegeta here with the tech fusing Gogeta. Now, The thing with this Goku and Angel Vegeta is that they're not the greatest LR of all time, but they still have a lot of utility. Not necessarily in terms of, you know, their nullification, but the heal when they fuse is very, very valuable. Their damage reduction, even though it isn't the craziest, is still valuable. And their foreseeing enemy super attacks once they fuse is also very valuable. So that way you know where to put and designate your units, especially on other rotations. So even though this isn't the strongest rotation of all time, you're still, you know, going to be able to activate certain links. And on top of that, being able to foresee enemy super attacks for a period of time and recovering the HP when you fuse is going to be, I think, a great asset in difficult content. So these three rotations, I think, are definitely really powerful. If you have Goku and Vegeta, you can easily run one main rotation of Goku and Birdku, and then another main rotation of Goku in the 5-year LR. Sorry, the 3-year LR, or maybe even Teg Gogeta, right? It's definitely possible. But let's move on to other rotations that aren't necessarily related to Goku and Vegeta here. One being these two right here. The gods linked up with Tech God Goku is almost an invincible rotation if you're fighting a movie bosses or pure Saiyans enemy. You slap this guy in slot 1, you let this unit stack in slot 2, you're basically going to be good to go. They do share 5 links, and yes, they are both on this category. You see the Tech Gods right here. I mean, you do see Tech Goku here as well. So, I mean, it's literally an invincible rotation. And as you saw, the other rotations you can possibly run are these two right here. Now, the great thing is that once they fuse, they do share every single link, right? The only issue is that these two aren't necessarily primed for the most difficult content in this game, but you can still beat Red Zone with these units. It's just not, you know, it's just not always advisable to be running units like STR Vegito in here. But again, STR Vegito is still a great unit when they fuse, sharing all 7 links with the counters this rotation offers and the healing that this rotation offers when they do fuse. It's a very strong and very utility strong, I guess you can say, rotation. So you can still run these two, and yes, they are both on the 200% lead with STR Vegito here, and then the end Goku and Vegeta. Another rotation you can possibly run is both of the 3-year LRs now that they have their EZA. So again, in Vegito, Physical Gogeta, they do share 6 links, both post and pre-transformation or fusion. So you don't have to worry about, you know, any links not technically working out. You're going to be good to go. And yes, again, these are both on this team here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good, strong rotations. If you don't have the units to make these teams possible, then, like, I don't know, because this is basically the strength of this team right here, right? Like, these other units are pretty cool. I mean, Goku and Vegeta, the Int one, aren't even out on global yet. I guess you could run them if you're on JP, but it's like, I don't really know. I mean, you could also utilize the rotation, right, with Physical Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, right, linked up with, I don't know, the gods or something like that. So I guess I didn't necessarily utilize them in this video, but I mean, I guess they could still technically work. Let me go ahead and pull up this unit here. So you could make something work with this unit, but in terms of like a leader skill, it's just the reason why I mentioned leader skill is because the gods here, this is the leader skill for the gods. And the great thing is that if you don't end up actually pulling LR Goku and Vegeta, the gods have a fairly similar leader skill here, right? So a lot of the units cross over. I mean, specific units don't, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it is what it is, right? But in terms of Super Saiyan 4s, it's like, they're great on this team if you find them a decent partner, but I don't think they're going to be making, you know, I think these rotations are going to be making this team what they end up could be. You know, what this team, these rotations are going to make this team, or going to bring out the, I would say, potential that this team could really bring. If you can find a rotation for the Super Saiyan 4s, then by all means, do what you got to do. But yeah, keep that in mind. Now, I will say some possible floating units you could bring. I mean, Physical Goku and I keep saying Physical Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta could actually be a decently strong floating unit for you, because again, they are stacking, and the ability for them to nullify an attack in that 18 key is very, very powerful. So if you know you're getting attacked, right? If you know you're getting a super attack, to be specific, in that last slot, they could be a really great unit to have ready to go, right? But another option is, of course, this STR Piccolo, who, by the way, is still just an amazing unit, especially in that third slot. Just keep in mind, though, that he's going to be at his best when you're running movie hero units specifically. So great for this rotation, this rotation, this rotation, and this rotation. Not necessarily so for these 3 rotations here, because the only movie heroes unit on these rotations is Physical Gogeta here. So just keep that in mind. But he does support super class, so these rotations will be getting supported. It's just he will lose a little bit of damage reduction if you don't have movie hero units on the team. So STR Piccolo is still a great choice if you want to rock him as your you know, floating support. Okay, so I have other units here. These units aren't the greatest, especially for difficult content, but if you're just trying to test the power of your team and see what your team is capable of, then these units here could potentially work. It's just it's a little tough, right? So into Broly and Paragus, again, if you don't have any other option, you don't have any other option, right? And I would love to bring out some crazy support for Joint Forces, crazy supports for movie heroes, crazy supports for Pure Saiyans, but they just don't necessarily exist right now, which is really annoying, right? There's no 3-key 40% for Pure Saiyans or Joint. Honestly, the Tech Gohan and Krillin should have been a Joint Forces support. But anyways, this unit here, they are definitely lacking on the defensive side of things, but they are supporting 2-key 40% to stats for Joint Forces and Pure Saiyans. Literally every single rotation here consists of one or the other, so you're going to be good to go there. And then we have this STR Bardock and Guinea. Again, both of these units are on the 200% leader skill, and Bardock is actually a little interesting because the 100% attack and defense is pretty cool. The 3-key and an extra 100% attack and defense is pretty much guaranteed because you're going to have an ally that includes Goku on one of these rotations, right? Look at this. Where is there not? I mean, I guess when they fuse, you're kind of losing that, but before fusing, you're going to be good to go. So this unit guaranteed has a 200% buff, and then 3-key and 200% to attack and defense, which I think is pretty freaking good if you ask me. I mean, extra attack here is cool. This should have been defense, honestly, against a movie boss's enemy. But their main call to fame, if you will, is the really powerful active skill, where they can raise allies' attack by 22% for 2 turns. Again, it should have been defense. When this unit gets an EZA, I mean, right, like it could be a really valuable option. And same thing for Broly and Paragus here. When they get an EZA, I could really see this unit being a really good option for this team. Again, if you have nothing else, I mean, it's just one of those things where it is what it is. But if you really want to test the power of your units, this could be a decent option. But honestly, like LR Physical Goku, I keep calling him Super Saiyan 4s. The 7th anniversary Super Saiyan 4s compared to these could be a better option. They may not be supporting outright or directly, but their ability to, again, nullify that attack in that last slot could save you from actually dying. Just depends, you know, on the boss that you're actually fighting. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. How excited are you to test out this team or some of these possible rotations here? Again, I would love to give you one solid, really powerful team, but I've noticed, and again, I understand it's very hard to assume that you have every single one of these units I'm going to mention here. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you, again, multiple rotations here. You can pick and choose which one worked the best for you, do a little bit of testing, and let me know what you think. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Again, LR Metal Cooler video coming up after this, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.